with you. Yep, that's how much it weighs. Excellent, you guys. Very good. Okay, now let's talk about electrons and protons. Electrons, okay, have a minus.
I recently received a comment about my comic books saying, well, they're cute, but I don't really see how they can change the world. I paused and I said, let me show you how. And I really think it's important to understand that learning chemistry is like learning how to read. And I've dubbed the term molecular literacy to describe that. And if we think about the periodic table as the alphabet of science, and then we take two elements and put them together, that becomes a word. And then if we take several of those words, which of course are formulas, and string those together, all of a sudden we're getting a chemical equation, which is a sentence to represent a transformation. We get a very good understanding in a written literary format of what we're observing. And chemists communicate with words, we communicate with formulas, we write, we draw. So the experiments and the hands-on activities are important. I would say arguably more important is understanding how to read and see what chemists see on a page. So molecular literacy is just that. It's the embracing reading as a form of learning chemistry.
I'll add another inch of salt to this cookie dough, but like only 1 to 1,000th of a mole, right? That sounds like a tiny mole, but still, can we just leave that out? I prefer my cookies without moles. Oh, Poppy, do you remember to add the sodium?
Starts with a P. Protons, excellent, very good. Protons.
The kids are learning a ton of chemistry, and that's awesome. But what I witnessed happening in the classroom was so much more magical than that. I realized that when they read together or read to each other, it's a form of empathic communication that is just beautiful. If a child stumbles over a word while reading aloud, their partner usually pauses and there's a silent encouragement to get through the word, and they keep reading together.
So for these pages, I know sodium is a group 1 metal and chlorine is a group of 7 non-metal, but I don't see any of those elements here. Besides, why would we put...
This is just so vulnerable at this young age to read together like this. And I think when I'm talking about molecular literacy, I'm also talking about literacy and how great that is tied together with reading together, learning together, and then of course getting the concepts of chemistry just so profoundly well understood.
Right there, do you want to think about it some more? Yeah. Okay. Think about it. Nathan, what do you think sodium does? Thank you so much, you guys. Good job, Sydney. Ava.
I just love having my students in my classroom look at the comic books that I wrote and get excited and dive into the character development and look at the molecular formulas and understand that that's a chemical process that they're reading about, and it comes to life through the comic books.